Hey guys, it's Lumen here, and today I wanted to show you my build for Vidar Descended. So, again, with the Zero Stamp July quest dungeons, we're not really limited by stamina anymore when trying to farm for Vidar or for the drop in Vidar called Tuck Toys, or even in the other dungeons, like farming a Pixel Zeus and Hera, farming a Keelan, we're not gated by stamina anymore. And so because it's just based on time, I wanted to share my build with you guys so that you guys can see, hey, this is a team that will reduce the time needed to complete the dungeon. Now for Vidar, because there's no assists allowed, it's a little bit difficult to set up like a solo farming setup that you can just swipe, or you can mindlessly do. I know there are builds in co-op where you can do that, but in solo it's a little bit more difficult. So here I have my build with a monster exchange card, Ultra New Dragon Toragon, and this team utilizes crosses in order to deal an insane amount of damage to the boss in order to one-shot it. I find this team slightly demanding on the player skill level, but it certainly is fast because you can one-shot every single floor. Now, if I know my team is a pretty whale, to be honest, it's a little bit there's a bunch of rare cards. You got Toragon costs 15 rainbow medals, and it's probably the cheapest out of all of them because you have a 7-star from Fujimi, a 9-star from Academy, top rarity from Samurai Showdown, and we have Bride Raijin, right? 8-star from Bride. And I know it looks a little bit expensive, but this is my personal team, right? I just want to show you my team, and you don't necessarily have to utilize these subs if you're going to run Ultra New Dragon Toragon. So as you can see, I have the dungeon checklist down below, and that will ensure that you know what mechanics to counter in the dungeon, right? So for example, if you look at it, I have Cloud and Tape Resist on Yashimaru and Sosuke Sagura respectively, and so that's how I'm countering all the stuff in my checklist. And so you don't have to build this team exactly, but make sure when you are building a team that you revert to the checklist so that you're not blindsided by, let's say, an Awoken Bind on floor 4. With that said, let's get right into the dungeon. Okay, so as you can see, I have the team I posted right here. Now, it might be a little different, I have a few random killers across the cards, or SDRs, but those are unrelated, you don't need them necessarily. For example, I have machine killers on Academy Valeria, and that's not because I want them for the dungeon necessarily, but that's because, when I was using Academy Valeria and other teams, I wanted those machine killers. So without further ado, let's get right into the dungeon. Okay. So here we're just gonna grab the orb like this, and when I double cross on a 6x5, I usually follow a predetermined setup, something like this, right? And this allows you to just skyfall a second cross in and get maximum amount of combos. So yeah, it's very space efficient, very nice, and we managed to kill the first floor. Double cross, as I said. Okay, so here our move time is half. Now if you're good enough, right, you can try to combo within the half move time, but I'm not good enough, so I'm gonna pop Academy Valeria here and remove that time debuff. A lot of Skyfall there. Let's see. I think our best bet is just go like that. Okay. Uh-oh. Something like that. Oh. And unfortunately we lost the second cross because of Skyfall. So it's not foolproof, but as you can see, with only a single cross, we didn't manage to kill. So we're gonna try again, basically. Something like this is more space efficient. So hopefully we don't lose the second cross to Skyfall this time. Although I think since we chipped down his health a bit, we could kill with one cross. I mean, you know, for the sake of practice and for the sake of the dungeon, I should double cross every time. Okay. So here we are going to grab this sword. Right here. And then do something like this, making sure that orb doesn't skyfall into the wrong place. As you can see, we double cross here, and it should be a successful kill. Okay, so here we have Corone, and Corone Awoken binds us for one turn. Now, you know, it's not the biggest of deals if you're running a more standard non-cross team, but because this team is designed to one-shot everything, I bring in Awoken Bind. You can definitely maneuver around this with, let's say, I don't know, if you just 1C, right, if you don't deal a lot of damage to the boss on the first turn, you can just, you'll get a bunch of spinners essentially, which if you can deal with those, then you should be all good. Oh, and here we're gonna add some style here with the triple cross. I couldn't resist, guys. Okay. So that obviously kills if a double cross kills. Okay, so here we have Rodin. And Rodin hits us pretty hard and casts this Mortal Poison Skyfall. So basically I'm playing the odds here. If Mortal Poison Skyfall, we're kinda dead. So I'm just hoping that doesn't happen. Okay, so we double cross here, and hopefully we don't skyfall into a Mortal Poison combo. Okay, we didn't. Thank God. And so we kill off Rodin. Now the good thing is, if we don't skyfall into a Mortal Poison combo, this guy, Kotodama, he'll replace the entire board, so all the poisons will be swept clean. The great thing about Kotodama for cross teams is that he makes a perfect 6 combo board. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the board right now, we have 5 of each color. Right? So there are 5 of each color, which is just the perfect amount for a cross, right? Like, you want 5 orbs to make a cross. And so he's really good for this. Okay, so here we have Buster, right? And so, I mean, I call him Buster. Obviously his name is Buster Siegfried, but I call him Buster, okay? And so here we have Buster, and Buster has this big combo shield, right? With a resolve. And so for cross teams, this is obviously a gigantic hurdle, because, well, you need the crosses, for one, nuke your combo count, and the resolve just makes everything much harder. So to remedy that, I have a very ideal solution. I brought along Sosuke Sagura, who makes, again, 5 orbs of each color, and he gives us +2 combos as an effect, which is, you know, it's just amazing, because watch, it'll really make this floor simple. So as you can see, I have, we didn't get the second cross. It's okay, we dealt enough damage without a second cross. That's good. But normally you want to double cross there. I mean, I got lucky. It may be that you can just single cross, and in that case I'll just revise the picture, but Yeah, I don't know, that was nice. Okay, so here all we have to do is make 4 crosses and we'll kill. That's it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look too great in terms of making 4 crosses, but I think we can make things work here. You know, I'm gonna pop Bride Rising just to get a better board. Or, you know, just a new board. Oh, that looks much better. Okay, so all we have to do is make 4 crosses and we will win. We will kill the dungeon. Trying to think here. Okay, I think I've got it. And that should be 4 crosses. And as you can see, we kill off Vidar. And with that, we have successfully cleared Vidar Descended. Now, as you can tell, it's not exactly consistent. Well, I don't want to say that. It definitely is consistent, but what I'm trying to say is it requires a greater degree of mental investment. You have to think about every board, and you have to make sure you combo everything, and sometimes Skyfall can ruin your boards. But for the most part, you can one-shot every floor, and it does make things a lot faster. I hope that you guys took away something from this. I hope that at least the dungeon checklist will help you build your team properly to counter most of the mechanics. I wish you guys all the best of luck in farming this dungeon. Good luck and have fun.